Okay, so let's see if we are we're live. Good. Where are we on Steam? On Steam, on YouTube. On YouTube, we are live too. All right. Hey everyone, this is Joe Will from Productions², and we're gonna do a bit of streaming today, and my microphone arm's doing weird crap again. Okay. I think that'll work. It's probably time to replace this damn thing. I pretty much half destroyed it. Anyway, so I'm gonna take this time to let you know that if you're planning on getting Anno 1800 on Steam, pre-order it now or forever hold your peace, because apparently Epic has given Ubisoft a crap ton of money, and they're pulling it off of Steam effective the 16th when it releases. So if you pre-order it now on Steam, you actually will have access to it and can continue playing it. And to get any DLC and whatnot that come out, and to be able to buy the DLC on Steam, they're just not going to sell the main game on Steam, which makes no sense to me, but I guess Epic's decided to throw their money around again and piss off a bunch of people, so it's their prerogative, but eventually they're going to piss off too many people, and we're going to have a freaking hot war on our hands or something. I don't know. So there's that. I already pre-ordered it because I'm going to be buying it. If I want to play it, it sounds interesting, but I'm not going to go to the Epic store and buy it there. So I also was toying around with whether or not to do Dwarf Fortress. For some reason lost it for a second on the stream later, but I decided not to. It's really complicated, and I think I'll need to play it a couple times to kind of get an idea of it. So what we're doing today is we're going to do the Gold Rush some more. I haven't done that stream on that for quite a while. Actually, I wanted to go back to Gold Rush because there's a bunch of updates. I just haven't read through everything. I'm just going to kind of peruse through them really quick and see what's in here. So, a couple things they fixed. They have been fixing things amazingly. So, like for example, they fixed the tree branch at the hog pan at Old Arnold. They fixed that so it's not a troll anymore. It doesn't get in your way. They fixed some of the collision meshes with buckets so they don't screw up everything. They've fixed some collision meshes on other things as well. They fixed a couple bugs with the tutorial and with how the truck wheels are done. They've also increased the price of T4, T3, and T5 machines, which I have no clue why they did that for, because unless they're gonna change the way that gold is. Maybe they've already changed the way gold is done. I haven't gone through all these updates yet. And it's actually also the open beta, so we'll need to enable that. What else has been fixed? Open beta April 2nd. You can see there's like a whole bunch of open beta fixes that have been going on recently. Let's see, fixes texture and buckets, fixed pink colored reinforced parts after loading game, fixed pickup truck bed locking, pickup truck's bed parts locking, whatever the hell that means. Hoses now reset when they fall below ground level. Corrected specifications on laptop. Added option to listen to internet radio. Fixed bugs, stories need to be pressed twice to pick up. Bucket admitted to pour water into bucket via hose. I thought you could do that. I guess you can't. Well, you're supposed to be able to, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they broke it and fixed it. Who knows? Fixed Hogpan's third mat interaction. I don't know what that's about. 12 a.m. p.m. bug. Not sure about that. Fixed middle tires valve spinning. Excavator arms. Oh, they've also increased the size of the buckets on. So the large excavator is now 2 small excavators. The large excavator's capacity, the bucket capacity, is now 2 excavator buckets, the smaller ones, and the front end loader's capacity is now 4 small excavator buckets worth of capacity. I'm not sure where they were at before, but it sounds like they increased it, which is good. Let's see what else. So reinforced parts. So that's something. Okay, so we got. And I think it's all related to this stuff. So overseer, reinforced parts, transport crate, part analyzer, random events, balance changes, and more. So overseer, as a new worker to help you manage your gold mine more effectively, get notifications when parts reach low durability or when wash plant elements like mats are full. Isn't that what's supposed to happen with like there's like a thing on the tablet that you can buy for that. So reinforced parts, all breakable parts receive the reinforced substitutes. They last longer without and come with more higher price. Transport crates. Thank God. No more moving things around stupidly. Awesome. Oh, the microwave. Parts analyzer. Allows you to check the current durability of selected parts. That's I guess that could be useful. Changes. Let's see. Added a reinforced set of breakable parts. Wooden crates. Analyzer, new worker, random events. Let's see. Pickup truck is now moved to the next player after being teleported to next to the player. Okay. After being teleported to a town, permafrost hits. Pickup truck no longer breaks when permafrost hits. That's nice. Headlight lighting now works as flashlight. It didn't before? Well, I guess that's true. It didn't, did it? Moved flashlight from the toolbar. Magnetite separator stops processing dirt in the buckets full. Yes, thank you. That was the. I was so. That thing was. It made no sense to me. Why that would happen? You just they're blowing dirt at the bottom of the separator. So now they fixed that. I classify that as a bug, not a fix or a change. 12-hour. Okay, so yeah, they added a 12-hour display on the time for the clock, and apparently they broke something. Added information about food consumption at the store. Added new button to the generator. Start all. Okay, so the emergency shut off. Now they have a start all button too to do all those. Nice. Workers are paid at midnight. Okay, so workers don't drain your money all the time now. They don't constantly drain your money, your money. So that's good. Kind of puts a little more pressure on you in terms of the, because you also have to pay loans at midnight. But still, daily loan payments are collected at midnight. Okay, instead of the next day, I think it is, right? Before this was at the next beginning of the next day instead of midnight, like at 7 o'clock or something. So okay, that's it. Normalizes both of those, which is good. Statistics are checked at midnight. That's fine. No matter what time they're displayed with players, so that's fine. Randomization of workers and retrain workers option now works as drawing a new one from the pool of available machine. What the hell? The randomization of workers and retrain workers option now works as drawing a new one. Whatever the hell that means. Possibility of the fuel station running out of fuel. Yeah, another gas station can run out of fuel. Awesome. I wonder if that means that the price of fuel goes up too. Changed maps, moving icons. Added new valves to water towers, which they broke apparently. Added pans, collider to fit the... What the hell? Okay, so just the pans collision mesh to fit the bowl more accurately. Added, so that's like whenever you get like the pan stuck somewhere or it goes flying around, they fixed the mesh on that a bit. Added fuel tank's opening sound. So they added an opening sound to the fuel tank. Added possibility to open the fuel tank's cap. Small electric water pumps cap now automatically open before refueling. Notification engine has been turned off. Lights are still on. Change magnetite cell prep text. Reduce the required amount of cables being attached in the tutorials tasks from 4 to 3, and then they actually changed it again later on back to 4. Change wash plant elements, snapping, daring, set up an easy mode. That was no longer necessary. Rotation of the object. Added more markers, tutorial, trommel. Claim upgrade task. What the hell? Claim upgrade task. The front end loader. Oh, it's a continuation of this one. Why'd they make it a new line? I don't know. Whatever. Changed the wording of key bindings on the excavator. Added tool icons, associated keyboard bindings, game control menus. Added Romanian pickup truck skin. Overseer, Tier 1 shows notifications when parts reach durability of 3.0 or 0.3 durability. Yellow version outline when not destroyed. Red ray. Oh, because that's this thing. The Overseer does this. I guess it shows you vehicles that have parts that are below a certain durability or broken. Let's see. New random events. Theft of single random part. Every day 1% chance of one of the following events will happen at 4 a.m. or when the player gets up. Theft of fuel, single random employee quit, theft of 10% of gathered gold, laptops malfunction, doesn't work for the day, no fuel at the station. Okay, so it's a random event. It's not that it runs out because you're using it. That's interesting. This is kind of... These two are kind of trollish, though. I mean, 10% of the gold and money that you have. I think there's another update further up that says that they added the ability for the Overseer to stop thefts. Okay, now what they say: fixed random occurrence, incorrect occurrence chance. Thief only steals the gold that was earned on the day of the theft. Okay, that makes more sense. Add occurrence chances weight factor to each event. Okay, so it's a 1% chance, but then there's a weighting factor as to what actually happens more likely than not. So in other words, it's more likely... What the hell? So the event can't happen? Why is it even in the list anymore? So, like, for example, you're more likely to have an employee quit. And it just says single random employee quits. So it just quits for no reason. Oh, okay. Some of these changes are kind of bullcrap. But at least they're making some changes. Overseer balance. Decreased bank loan interest rates. Decreased excavators fuel usage. Nice. Increased front... Not nice. Yeah, they increased it. Okay, yeah, they increased the bucket size for the excavator. No! They decreased the front-end loader's bucket size. What the hell? And they increased its price. Awesome. So they increased its fuel usage, increased its price, decreased its bucket size, and decreased its movement speed. Are you effing kidding me? Why even buy it then? And they just basically nerfed the hell out of it and increased the price. These, I'm not digging these changes. So, well, some of them I am digging. Like, for example, the bucket size increase on the excavator, so that's fine. And the decrease of the fuel usage and the loan interest rate, that's nice. Dump truck's price decreased. Okay, increased Frankenstein price. And just, some of these are just make no sense. Increased golden agitator price. Increased water's price. Seriously, they increased the upgrade price? You know why they're doing all this is because they're making these changes to balance the friggin' stupid leaderboard. That's why they're doing this crap. This should only apply to the leaderboard mode and not to everything, but they probably apply to everything. Mechanic now changes X% of particular part's cost where X% of that part of the part fixed. Okay, so if you sell a part that's damaged, it'll have a lower value than if you sell it if it's like new or not used. Okay, that makes more sense. Decrease the chance of bear attacking the what? Decrease the chance of bear attacking the cable. Okay, what is the cable and why is the bear attacking it? Is the cable molesting the bear, or did it like eat the bear's cub or something, or what? What the hell is that all about? Minor tutorial, balance fixed, balance changes, fixes and optimizations, added calling to machines which are out of sight, disable troubleshaker jig animations when out of sight. So this is kind of why the game was so laggy sometimes, probably, because this stuff didn't happen. Hoses and cables optimization, fixed blinking tree shadows. Tree shadows are now dependent on graphic settings. Fixed gold bar, purchase double press bug on gamepad. Fixed option to close laptop by pressing it. So these are like game controller things. There's a lot of stuff in that. So that's that. Transport crate. So it looks like a lot of that stuff that they've done recently is all related to that beta change. Because a lot of this other stuff was there when I did the last stream for this game. Okay, so we'll need to switch over to the beta. Let's see. Gold Rush. Game. Properties. Betas. Here we go. So now we're going to download the files for that. Worm Unlimited. Worm Unlimited is kind of an interesting game. It's kind of the single player successor to Worm Online, which was a very old, well, not very old, but it came out a long time ago, but it's a online MMO written entirely in JavaScript. It was a pretty big thing back in the day. I played a little bit of it, but it's kind of like Worm Online, and it's like you basically have to make your own game out of it, really, I think. I haven't played it that much, so there might be a storyline or not. There might be a main storyline, there may not be, but I don't think there is. Well, there would have to be, though, wouldn't there, if it's just single player. I don't know, I'll have to play it again and find out. I think the last time I played it was a while ago. It's a 4.2 gig update. Wow. It's worth it for that frickin' thing now. So, while we're waiting for this to finish, I'm gonna go grab something to drink, and then by the time I get back, it should be done. Oh, man. So I think what we'll do is we'll probably just start a new game. There's been enough changes that I don't trust that they didn't frack up something and wouldn't have fracked up something one or the other in the save files, so I think it's just safer to start a entirely new save game. That's gonna suck, but so I'll have to start at friggin' hog pans again, but it is what it is. Okay. Actually, we should probably close that. Some of my windows have become unadjusted. There we go. Actually, while we're waiting for that to finish, I need to set up Gold Rush to run properly for the new format here. So what did I do with KSP? So whatever I did there, I have to do with... Oh no, but just keep a specific window. I just have to set up the resolution to be 1920 by 1080 and have it be window mode. Alright, that'll be fine. So where are you? Gold Rush, the game. There it is. Turn that on. And we got 24 seconds left. Oh, hell. I need to go plug my phone in. Shall return. Okay, done. Good. So now I just got to get it running, and then I need to get the resolution changed here. Ah, come on. Sometimes when you don't play games for a while, things tend to get fixed. It's like with No Man's Sky. I played it for a while, and then I stopped playing it, and then, let's see, beta version of the game. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so I'm going to go to graphics, drop this down, apply, yes, and window mode apply, drag this over this way. No, I don't want to put it there, damn you. Damn you window blinds. Okay, there we go. Now, I need to switch over to OBS and turn off screen capture. Wait, how come this isn't capturing, No, it is not capturing the window. Okay, hit back and we'll try reloading it. I also want to take a look at the settings again real quick. So, capture specific window. Gold Rush the game, which is what it was. It's all correct. There's nothing else open that's above it, so there's nothing kind of blocking it out. So it should pick it up this time, I think. I mean, I can see it behind this black section. That's what I don't get. Like when I dragged it over here into the window section where it's recording the window for the chats, it's showing up, but on the section that's for it, it's, you know, the window, the actual specific window capture, it's not capturing it. Maybe I'll just recreate it. I'm just going to delete this. Add new game capture. Gold rush the game. Specific window. Rush the game. Well, it's not capturing the window mode. Damn. Okay, I guess we'll do display capture then. I don't know what they did, but they fracked it up somehow. Yep, showing up. Okay, good. I did want to turn down the volume though. Maybe a little bit more. I wish they had a longer menu music, because you just leave it on here for about 5 minutes, you'll go insane basically. You'll want to, like, I don't know, you'll want to hurt somebody. It just slowly drives you crazy. All right. So what should we do? Normal, easy, hard. I'm gonna do easy because of the new changes. I want to see how they affect the gameplay. It's easier to see that in normal than it is in the other ones. I will turn off some of the modes though for it. No. So we're gonna turn off $1 mode. We'll turn off we'll leave the nugget mode on. We'll leave on the system failures and things like that. Mechanical failures and whatnot. .404 views not found. Alright, whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready, Gold Rush. Show this again. Let's show this again. I don't care. Oh yeah, it's optimized, all right. The textures are loading in really slowly, as is everything else. Oh, so this is the hotel. Okay. So, oh, it's kind of weird. Looks like those things are like bobbing around when I was walking. Not related to the camera, just like moving around on their own or something. I guess yeah, it's just a trick of the camera, I guess. Weird. Anyway, so when you get permafrost, you end up getting sent back here, I guess. Why is there a dragon up there? I guess because winter's coming, I suppose. Well, technically winter's already here. I don't care about the stories. Nighthawk parcel. Alright, so first things first. settings. Game. So okay, turn that off. I'm gonna turn this on because I want to see what the clock type says 12 hours. Gold nugget enabled, prompts enabled, pressure system enabled. Easy wash plant placing. Not sure what that's about. Run the background enabled. Random events enabled. Head bobbing disabled. Autosave every 6 hours. Okay. There are two things I hate more than anything else in games. That's head bobbing and movie grain, film grain. There's no reason to have film grain in games because a game is not a movie, it's a game. Just looks bad, and maybe for like the cinematic parts, but like just as a, just like everywhere now. Just makes it look really grainy and ridiculous, and what the hell? Way to go. Holy crap. Yeah, this is really, really optimized. It's so optimized that the map doesn't even load. There we go. That's hilarious. It just like literally let me drive off the edge of the friggin' world. What did we start out with? 450 bucks. Oh right, the Old Arnold parcel is free to lease. All right, let's go ahead and lease this thing. Confirm. All right, so we're gonna need to pick up some stuff over at the warehouse. We'll need a bucket. We'll need hog pan. We'll need the hog pan extension. Also need the mats and a couple buckets. And then we should be good for starting out here. So, we don't have enough money to do the... Well, let's see. That's 126. And we need a... We would need the saltwater pump. That's 126, 168. That's... We'll call that like 300 bucks right there. Just for those. Without including this, this is like another. No, we don't have enough to do the pump version of it yet. So hog pan no pump. Add hog pan mats. Might as well get 6 of them, so we can do 2 rounds on this. Or no, is it 3 or 4 per section of this? I can't remember anymore. I think it's 3. So I think you get 6 per. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think so. Yeah. All right. So we got those. We got these. We got our mats. Definitely gonna need the transport crate. We'll go the smaller one though. We'll need some buckets. All right, where does that leave us with money? So 352. So we got the hog pan with no pump. Got we got 6 mats. No, we can't do that many. So we'll just do the one set then. Got the cord, we got the extension, we have the transport crate. This is medium. I wonder if there's a small crate. I mean, if you got a medium and you got a large, wouldn't it stand to reason you'd also have a small one somewhere? Maybe not. I mean, that could be the small one. That's an empty drawer. So that's not gonna be of too much use. Trommel chains. D-rocker hoses and jets. Tires, pistons. So I guess it's just the these ones. All right. Okay, let's get out in the back of the truck and head over to the old world claim and start digging ourselves to hell and back. I'm gonna make use of this thing right now. Oh, okay. I don't think that should happen, but whatever. Yeah, the collisions seem a little bit better, actually. They do. Okay, not so much better, but generally they seem better. And I managed to stay upright. No clue how. Dark magic, I guess. Is it like stuck in here? So like if I like I'm picking it up, yeah, okay, cool. So that's nice. So this acts like the pickup bed, where once you put something in there and you're picking it up and moving it, I think. Well, I don't. Did it? Yeah, for the most part, it looks like the friction is turned way up, so the stuff doesn't move around quite so easily. Perfect. Now, while it's in the back of the pickup truck, that might be a different story. Yeah, now I can move all that stuff without having to, like, frickin' carry it, and it makes putting everything in the back here a lot more easy. Holy crap, that was so easy to get down all that stuff into there. Before, you had to spend, like, twice the time. 5 times the frustration. I'm trying to start the damn truck. There we go. Oh, let's see what they added the key images to the those notifications. Like when it said press space to unlock the handbrake, there's like an actual spacebar icon there. Cool. It's a nice little touch. And the map hasn't fully loaded over here yet. Wow, the truck is way more maneuverable than before. That was kind of insane. Way more maneuverable than it should have been, and that shouldn't. It's like, if you did that in an actual truck, you'd roll it over at these speeds. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, they kind of screwed around with the handling of the truck. Look at that. They shouldn't be able to do that in a truck. What the hell? It's like friggin' golf cart level, like, sort of maneuverability there. That just makes driving a little more annoying. It's kind of annoying that they changed that. Let's find the way it was before. So once you're going to, like that right there, it's like, what the hell? Shouldn't be possible on a truck. Yeah, remember that tree that used to be right there near the hog pen? They moved that tree. Or at least the branch, I guess. This extension, we want the core first. I guess we could have put the extension down first, I suppose. Or maybe not. Maybe you have to have the core there in order to link it up. I don't know. Alright, let's get the rest of it out of the back here. Okay, oh wow, that's what happened. I thought I'd grabbed the whole thing, but instead I'd grabbed a bucket. That was in there and that kind of fracked everything up. Yeah, that was a perfect example of what I was talking about, where things get locked in place or the friction gets turned up really high. That thing just kind of hanging off the side there like that. You know, that tree used to be like over here, a lot closer before to the edge. Or like right in here somewhere. Alright, there's our buckets for this. Got our mats. Or actually it's 4, isn't it? Durr. Not 6. Well, I got 6 of them, so we got 2 extras. I guess. I don't really care about this for the moment. Just stick that there. Let's go grab the basin and the wash pan. Still kind of weirdness there, but whoops. Don't want to do that. I tried to catch it in there, but... Okay, screw it. I'm not going to bother anymore with it. They still got that whole issue with that, but I mean, it seems like it's a little bit better. The pan's not getting stuck inside of the basin anymore. But still, it's like jumping all over the place when the meshes are colliding, which is not what should happen. Alrighty then. So, time to start digging ourselves into a grave, early grave here. So you can do this either way. You can do the fill the buckets, put the buckets in here. Or you could just do it directly into it. Oh, I found a nugget already. 15. I found a 16 gram nugget already. What the hell? Easy mode gives you a lot more gold now. Actually, that is good. Because now it won't take quite as long to get started here. See what all the other changes are like. It'd be nice if things would actually float in the water like they're supposed to. You know, buckets should float. Looks like they upgraded the water texture here. It looks way different than it did before. At least on this it does. This looks about the same. That water, the flowing water texture looks a bit different though. Alright. Found another one, 21 grams. Damn. You've like already got more than enough money for like a friggin' couple new machines already. Yeah, they really upped the gold, I think, in easy mode. At least the nuggets. I guess that's true, it is the nuggets. Well, that's not gonna help. But still, I didn't used to get that much from the nuggets here in the hog pan. It used to be just like, you know, if you're lucky, you got maybe 1 gram. Usually it's like half a gram, maybe even quarter a gram. I mean, I guess I could go into town and get this stuff smelted and buy the water pump version of the hog pan. Holy crap, 24 now. I mean, we literally have like $10,000 worth of gold right here already. Just like after a couple minutes. I definitely think they made gold more plentiful here in easy mode. I'm just gonna run this last set of gold through here, and then we'll go. We'll pan it and then go get it smelted and get the water hog pan stuff. Maybe also a wave table. So I think we'll probably have enough money for it. Already got almost 61 grams. Okay, there's the wash basin. Bring the pan over. We need to fill one of these up. Alright, they changed it so you only have to do it once. I'm not expecting too much out of these. Well, I don't know what I'm expecting actually. For getting like friggin' 20 gram nuggets out of the frickin' ground, I have no clue what to expect out of the mats. I mean, it's only 27%, but Some pretty big nuggets in there. I've got to dump out the dump out the useless stuff. That wasn't too bad. There's like 3 friggin' grams in there. Oh, grams, not ounces. Never mind. Still, I mean, it's still a lot. I'm going to switch it over to ounces instead of grams. That's what I'm used to now. Crap. I hit shift and it didn't do anything. So I figured maybe we're not in the right mode. Or maybe it was the, I don't know. It's kind of difficult to get back used to these controls. It's also the fact doing this in a window mode kind of throws off perception a little bit. I think that's all of it. I really don't think it matters if you do it that way or if you leave it in the water and pan it this way. This way it's faster. Oh, it's hitting tab, I think that's why. I know you're back there. Show yourself. Wait, where's the setting to set it to ounces instead of... Oh, units set. There it is. Put that back to Celsius. $2 still, it's about $2,000 right there. Depending on what the price of gold is at the moment. And that's all of it, I think. Oh no, there's still a little bit left. No, I think that's all of it. It's like almost nothing in there though. One piece of gold. So it's not so bad for stay a little bit of time here. Those nuggets really help though. So let's go, yeah, probably actually we don't have enough for the wave table. I think that's like 3 or 5,000. Also depends on how easily we can smelt this stuff. Probably have to do a little bit, either do a little bit or sell a little bit, and then do the rest. So we don't have enough gold to smelt everything at once. Enough money, rather. That plant wasn't there before. I don't think it was anyway. So I can have them smelt 1 ounce of gold, or I can sell some of it. Smelt it and then I can go sell that. Now we gotta wait for a while. Might as well pick up the story pieces while we're here. Interesting. The snow's not there where that the story piece was. This thing's still standing without any actual kickstand being down. Alien Magic's what it is. So how much do the upgrades cost now? That's about the same, isn't it? That's actually less. Okay, I think these used to be 700 ounces of magnetite. I almost said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or something, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. Well, there's President Scroob's luggage combination. Alright, let's go sell this gold bar. Then we'll come back and smelt the rest of the gold. So we'll get a couple thousand off it, I think, probably. Off of all the gold that we have. That's what I also want to do. I'll be back over and stop at the warehouse, pick up the pump head for the hog pan, and we'll also pick up some more, 2 more mats, as well as the pump and hose and whatnot that we need. As well as some jerry cans for powering this thing. Yeah, wave table's 3,000. Magnetite separator is a lot less though. Where are the water filters at? Ah, here we go. Should have brought the crate along, but it's fine. Alright, let's go get the rest of this smelted, go sell it, head back to the claim, do some more digging. Oh, they haven't fixed the trees, that's for sure. Still killing my graphics card. Thinking about doing a small form factor for my next system. Now that we have processors that are able to do crazy stuff, and hardware has kind of gotten to the point where you can get it pretty much really miniaturized pretty good. Thinking about doing like maybe a cube PC or something. Maybe I don't know if I would do Threadripper, but maybe one of the higher end AMD, maybe like an 1800X or something. We'll have to see what's available. And technically I could take my refund and use that, but I've got other plans for that. Probably just gonna stick it in my savings account. The yield's getting, the interest rate's getting pretty high on it. I think it's up to 1.6 now, I think, percent APY. Or no, I think it's at 2 something at this point. I'll have to check. I have it's with Synchrony, which used to be a GE bank kind of thing. But they have super high interest rates, which is pretty awesome. For example, back when all the banks had like literally maybe like 2 or 3 basis points of percent interest rate, these guys were doing 1%. I was thinking about just throwing it in there and letting it accrue interest for a while. Alright, so we got the stuff we need for the water-based pump here. Crap, no we don't. I stand corrected, we didn't get any fuel. Knew we were getting something. It's like, okay, let's go back to the claim. We'll run the pump on false hope and crushed dreams. instead of on diesel. Alright, well. Gotta fuel the truck up anyway, so. Yeah, I couldn't get the wavetable anyway. I'd have to get also the electric generator as well as some electrical cables, low voltage cables. Also, that's another change they made. The hose no longer goes an infinite distance, has a fixed distance now. They haven't fixed the friggin' hose collision meshes though. And that's super annoying. So those are some of the most frickin' annoying meshes in the whole game, is the hose meshes. Come on, there we go. So just really bulky and actually needlessly bulky and make things a pain in the arse. And they're moving a lot of stuff around. Alright, now we can go back to the to the claim. Feels like I'm like in KSP on the moon or something with this thing. It's just skipping all over the friggin' ground. And then right there was almost no ability to turn whatsoever. Don't know if they've like implemented some sort of traction system or something. Or if it's just, you know, some of they fracked up the driving mechanism. My bet's on the latter than the former. They tend to be able to frack things up pretty well. In fact, I would say that's one of their superpowers. The heck is this? Oh, you can't. Oh, yeah, you can't go through there. But this wasn't here before, was it? What can you put in here? Nothing. It's just there, I guess. I don't remember this being here before. Maybe it was. Alright, Pumphead, you are coming off. Goodbye. You are the weakest link. Well, that didn't end well. There we go. How about a second one? Because eventually we're going to want to have the wave table. So we don't have to want to shoot ourselves doing the whole panning thing. What's really annoying is that the dig tube stuff just opens up automatically. If you turn off the tutorials, it shouldn't, or turn off the hints, it shouldn't bring that up. Oh well. Baby steps, I guess. Rome wasn't built in a day, and they're not going to fix all the crappy stuff about this game and all the broken stuff in a year, so. Holy crap. Alright, we got some problems here. First and foremost, we gotta throw that out there. We gotta connect this up. And we gotta fuel this up. Turn it on. There should be one more somewhere, one more mat. Oh, there it is. Hiding in the shadows. A little over half an ounce nugget there. Half an ounce nugget. Finding all kinds of nuggets. This goes a little bit faster when you have the water pump. The hog pan pump head. Just drop it right in and it automatically gets processed. So we found another 1.3 so far ounces of gold. Just off of nuggets, which is not bad, I guess. Considering this is the hog pan site. Geez, another one. Getting closer to an ounce now. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much done with Intel. And for years they've been gouging people, price gouging people. AMD's pretty much proven you can make a processor that's just as powerful as, any of the Intel's top of the line ones for half the price. And frankly, I think Intel really dropped the ball. They got complacent and lazy. People are willing to pay, $1,000 for like a 10% increase in performance over the last model of X-class processor, for example. AMD comes along with some new technologies, blows Intel up. Intel's like, holy crap, what are we supposed to do? And as a response to that question, they decided to do whatever the hell they were doing before. It was like, what, the C processor or something? I can't remember what it was called now. Disastrous pile of crap that it was. I don't remember what happened to it. It's kind of faded off into non-existence after a while. Last time I remember hearing anything about that next class of processors from Intel was from Linus. Basically taking the arse out of Intel for doing really stupid crap. It's actually also been interesting to see AMD starting to kind of overtake NVIDIA too, to be honest. NVIDIA used to be, I think, well, mainly for the stock price. I think it's mainly because NVIDIA's kind of started to lag behind again on the cryptocurrency field. But I think overall too, NVIDIA's kind of had some rough couple of months, or a rough half a year or something. So stock prices come down I think something like 25-30% over that time period, if not more. It used to be about I think the peak was like 250 a share, 256 a share. It's down to like 150 something now, 175 or something like that. Wish I had hung on to it. I had I think 40 shares of NVIDIA that I'd gotten back when it was $35, and I sold it prematurely and missed out on the when it went over 200. I sold it at 165, I believe. I really missed out on friggin' AMD. I had bought a bunch of AMD stock shares back when it was like $1 or less or something. I think I bought like 20 or 30 when it was under $1. Then I bought another 200 or 300 when it went to around $2, and then I sold at about 12 or 13. I should have held on to it. So their stock price is up to about 20 something, I think, right now, 25, 26. It's just really amazing how fast they turned that around with Ryzen. We're just finding all kinds of nuggets sitting here friggin' on 8.5 ounces of nugget gold. We'll see what kind of haul we get out of this. So I'm just going to do... I'm not sure if I'll do both sets of mats. I could. But I'd rather wait to do both sets when we get the golden agitator and the wave table. So that'll make it a lot easier to deal with. $1.5 ounce nugget. So that's about $10,000 right there. before the loss in the blacksmith shares taken out. And the 30% taken out too, I guess, for the lease payment. Still, I mean, that's going to get us probably the wavetable and the vegetator as well as a generator to run them both. We'll need to pick up another hose, so we only got 2 water hoses. We'll need to pick up 1 more. Now, easy mode's a lot easier now. I remember it being way harder than this. Kind of hitting the bottom of this section here, finally. All right, there we are, 100%. I didn't think so. I wanted to make sure just in case. I'm not sure what we'll get out of this. I'm going to say maybe 5 to 6 ounces total after we pan everything. That's right, there's actually something still in the pan. Well, not anymore. We got a lot of gold in this pan, geez. Alright, so we're at 11.2. That's where we started at. Not so much in this pan. think there's one more in there somewhere. Oh, there's two more. Three more even. It's pretty big chunks too. That's quite a bit there too. So less than I thought. I think my 5 ounces was a little bit over realistic there. Over realistic? Unrealistic. I guess you could have over realistic too. Over realistic TM. I don't think there's anything left. Okay, I stand corrected. There was a tiny bit left. Like literally. All right. Go ahead and turn this off so we're not burning up fuel. I can find the off switch. There it is. All right. Let's go get this smelted and sold. So that'll give us about 12K. Well, let's call it 10 after the losses and whatnot, and that's before the cut gets taken out. So I'm going to try and get it sold before then so I can get the gear and then get back here before we go probably into the red for a little bit. So we definitely need to, I don't want to be doing any more friggin' hand panning. I'd rather be ripping my fingernails off with a rusty nail than hand panning. Longer than I have to. So it is very annoying to do. Should have plenty of money to smelt this. We're not going to do a full 18 ounce bar or however many ounces it is normally. I don't think we might have had enough money to do. No, I think it's no. We wouldn't have had enough money to do that full bar anyway. I mean, I even have enough money to do this bar. So I think at the current what we have for the current. Upgrade on that, it's costs quite a bit. I know we can, but still, yeah, almost all of our money that we have right now. Alright, 15 minutes. In-game minutes. And the debates over Epic, the Epic Store, kind of are interesting. I think you have some people that kind of understand what's going on, sort of, but not to the extent that they understand the arguments why people are really pissed off at Epic. Then you just have the people that are trolls that don't really give a crap either way. And then you have the people that are like me that kind of have a better understanding of what's going on and realize that it's crazy bad for the gaming community as a whole, long term, in terms of game distribution. Because unlike with it's kind of apples to oranges a little bit, just a tiny bit, because you're talking about game distribution versus game, I don't know what you call it, you know, like Microsoft, Nintendo, the actual owners of the hardware that create the hardware to run the games. The distribution would be more like, say, Amazon and Target and whatnot, but it kind of works the same way, though, with exclusivity, because you're limiting where the games can be sold at. So, or as in what systems they can go onto to map it to consoles. 13.5, and that's pretty good, actually. More than I thought I would get out of it. Okay, let's go buy all the stuff we're going to need for the wavetable and the nudgitator. Yeah, because you have all these other distribution platforms that are not Epic and Steam, like GOG, itch.io. You have the Humble Bundle, and there's probably others in addition to those that are really small, but that have been able to actually compete against Steam, because Steam doesn't use back-ended tactics to kind of try and choke them out. But Epic doesn't have any such. Has there always been an electric water pump? I guess there has. I guess I've never used it, though. Maybe I should start. Don't remember there being a small one. Well, maybe there was. I don't know. So I'll go and grab this. I'll grab this. I'll need some more buckets. And we'll need another hose, another thin water hose, and we'll need some low voltage cables. Low volts cables. Need 2 of those, and I think that's all we'll need. Order. And it also costs me less to buy that stuff than I thought it would. Good. Now I'm just gonna get everything into the back of the frickin' truck. But yeah, so like those smaller entities, smaller platforms could be like just completely locked out of the game, as it were, by Epic doing what they're doing. Because there's no way they can compete with Epic. I mean, Epic's got all that Fortnite money, and they've got like nothing in comparison. The only company that can compete with Epic, if they're going to be throwing around all that Fortnite money, is Steam. I'm not including Origin and Uplay and all this, because they're really closed platforms. They're not open to any game. They're open, well, I'm not sure about Origin, but I know Uplay, well, the other way around, I'm not sure about Uplay, but I know Origin's only for EA games. Get back up here. No, get up there. Stay up there. What the hell? Nice. Okay. Kind of. Oh wow. How the hell did you get down here? Yeah, I kind of figured that the stuff on the tailgate was going to go flying off. Okay, there we go. Because that's in the way. What else is this? I guess this one's probably in the way. Where'd that bucket go? Are you kidding me? You still can't close it because this is in the way? Jesus. The meshes on, the collision meshes on these friggin' hoses are just stupid. Now where the hell did the bucket go? I mean, it seemed like it went flying. Oh, there it is. And this came off again. Damn it. No. Stay over there. There we go. Perfect. Found the one spot I could go into. Alright. Now that all our crap's in there. And I mean, it's also bad for developers too, this whole thing, because, well, it depends on what the developer, what the hell? How the developer classifies revenue from the game. Whoa. So, for example, let's say that you are 2K Games. Rather, let's say you're Gearbox. You develop a game called Borderlands 3 for 2K Games. Let's say it cost you $50 million to make it. And 2K decides we're going to sell this game on the Epic Store. We're not going to sell it on other platforms for 6 months. So they do that. They get a bunch of, like a couple $1,000,000 or so up front for doing that from Epic. Now, does that couple $1,000,000 up front from Epic get counted towards the profit that Borderlands 3 would make for 2K? Or is it just included as some random money that 2K happens to just find somehow? And it's not, you know, accredited to Gearbox. It's a key point, because if it's not accredited to Gearbox, then it takes longer for Gearbox to get their revenue splits flip around to be more profitable for them. So normally how it works with publishers is that you have a revenue split with the publisher. Normally it's like 70-30 or 60-40, with the developer getting the lower end. And then once the publisher's made back all the money they've invested in the game, then the revenue split flips and the game development studio starts getting the larger share. So, and normally what happens is that, especially with more popular games, the first year, well, not even a year, the first couple of months, 2 or 3 months are the most critical, because that's when you get most of your sales after launch, not including like sales and things like that from whatever distribution platform you're on. So they sell it on Epic Store. Epic Store has way less users than Steam does. Literally half their user base are mobile-only users on the Epic Store. So the other maybe another 20 or 30%, maybe more than that, maybe 90% of what's left even, that of the 60% that's left over are Fortnite players that are, well, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. And what the hell is going on here? Just like getting stuck on something. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt and say that there's 8% of the rest of the 60% are Fortnite players that will play other shooters / MP shooter games other than Fortnite. So that's probably around, I don't care about that. Let's say that's generously around maybe, well, we'll say 20 million users that would buy Borderlands 3 on the Epic Store. Let's also add in another 10 million that are people that don't really care where it's at. They don't really care that Epic's kind of trashing the game industry with this, and they'll just buy it wherever it's at. So let's say with that total, let's say about 30 million users that would buy it on Epic Store. Again, fictional numbers, but we'll just say that's what it is. And in reality, it probably costs closer to maybe 250 to 500 million to do this game. So let's say that's $50. So that's like what, 150-ish total. This is like the best possible circumstances. So if it costs 2K 500 million to have Gearbox make it, that's about a quarter of their profit back. Now let's say that Epic. Let's say that Epic paid 2K, let's say 40 million. That's like way more than probably what they have, but what they did. But let's say they give them 40 million to do the game on timed exclusive on the store. So that's, what, about 190. So that means that there's still another Is there only one port on this? Oh crap, there is. We need a splitter. Or we just do it from one to the other. Crap. Oh well, that's fine. We can do that. It's not that big a deal at the moment. The same with this thing too. Crap. I had forgotten about that. Where's the other hose at? Oh, it's in this. So it still leaves Gearbox having to produce somewhere around $310 million worth of sales from consoles in order to start actually getting more of a profit on their end. So you kind of see how that goes. Again, those numbers are completely fictional and just pulled out of my ass, so I have no real idea how much it would have cost them to make, but it's not, it would have cost them quite a bit to make it. The question is, how many actual users are there on Epic, and how many of them would actually buy Borderlands 3, and how many console players would actually buy Borderlands 3 instead of playing it on PC if they have a PC. Now, if they only have a console, then yeah, they'd probably buy it on there. If they have a PC, they're probably going to buy it on the PC. And the question becomes, of those users, how many of them would actually buy it on the Epic Store, and there'd probably be another similar kind of breakdown with that. So I think that in the end, Gearbox is going to get shafted because they're going to end up making less money on their side. 2K is going to make a bunch of money. The publisher always makes back what they put into a game, one way or another. And, even if that means possibly, killing the development studio, depending on how aggro the publishers are in that aspect of their business model. So yeah, I think Gearbox is going to be making less money off of Borderlands 3 than they thought they would by doing this exclusive thing. The exclusive thing just gets 2K more of their money faster, at the expense of long-term profits. At least that's my opinion on it. That's why I think it's bad for the gaming community as a whole, and also for developers that more and more publishers are starting to fall for this bullcrap. Well, they're not falling for it; they're choosing to participate in this insult, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I guess 2K is more laid back than I would say other developers are, but at the same time, it's still kind of a dick move. You should also go read up what EA's been doing to BioWare. I mean, if BioWare dies, it's squarely because EA were flaming morons. Kind of the cliff notes on that. So Anthem basically, they claim Anthem was being developed for like 6 years or something, and that's bullcrap. It's actually been revealed or been leaked or whatever that the main core of the game was developed in like 7 months or something, or maybe the finish on the systems was done in 7 months, and it took them like 6 years or 4 or 3 years or something to do the main core, but I'm not really sure. All I know is that I saw a article and skimmed through it, and the skimming that it did on it left me the impression that most of the game was made in 7 months. But anyway, so Anthem was basically in the shitter for quite a while, and they couldn't figure out what to do with it. So they pulled this team that was working on, this team was working on a new Dragon Age game, which got canceled, which really pisses me off because it sounded like that this Dragon Age game was going to basically be like just freaking awesome. It was going to have like basically a similar to how it is in RimWorld, where there's like a system that narrates a story based on events that happen. There was going to be something similar to that in this game, where the game would actually develop cinematic opportunities based on what you did in it. So there wouldn't like be pre-scripted. It would just be like a natural kind of event that would happen based on what's going on in the game at any given moment. It was going to be less grand a scope than, say, Inquisition was, but that's fine because the main issue with games is when you try to do something, at least for studios that are under time pressure. Like if you're like me and you can just develop a game for frickin' 7 years and nobody really cares about when it gets done. It's not really that much of an issue. But when you're under time constraints, a lot of games fail because they try to do too much innovation and too much grandiosity. They try to do things too huge. When you're doing something really innovative, you have to shrink down the amount of content you have. Well, not really the amount of content, that's not really what I meant by that, but you have to do like less. You can't have like a super crazy open world like Skyrim, for example, and have something that's like completely new and foreign to gaming in general. It's like some completely new system or some completely new way of doing things, because it just takes too much time to develop that, and then also to develop the rest of the game to do either of them well with the time constraints you're going to have and the monetary constraints you're going to have. So what happened was they're working on this thing, which sounds like it was going to be friggin' awesome. And then Mass Effect Andromeda, basically, the crap hit the fan there. And so they sent in the finishing team. And if you go through the game and watch the credits, there's actually a credit for the Dragon Age finishing team in there. The Mass Effect Andromeda credits. So they called these guys in to kind of try and right the ship on Andromeda, which they did. Which is kind of insane considering where Andromeda ended up at, unless these guys came in after the clusterfuck that was BioWare's beta testing team's initial release of it. And they came in and kind of helped out with that, then went back to start working on DA4 again, and then Anthem basically just went to hell in a handbasket, and it kind of makes sense if they... So here's how you can look at it. One of two ways. One is that EA pulled some strings and canceled the game to get Anthem, which they thought was going to be the shit when they released it, done within the time limits that they want to have it done. Or you can look at it as the way that I read it, which is that the director at BioWare realized that if Anthem crashed and burned like it looks like it's going to, it could seriously put put BioWare in jeopardy of ceasing to exist, and having still a large game like Dragon Age 4 being developed could jeopardize what EA would be willing to do, because they might look at, say, Anthem was this flaming mess and you guys are just not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Mass Effect Andromeda was also a mess, so we're just going to let you go or something like that. So they decided to cancel it. in order to kind of hedge against that kind of a situation scenario from happening. I still think it could happen. I don't think it really lessens it. It just kind of, angers the fan base that was like waiting for a new Dragon Age game that was more Dragon Age than, say, Skyrim. Yeah, so that's like a whole different clusterfuck of a situation, but it's the publisher making decisions that adversely impact the studio in ways that, because BioWare was like, freaking juggernaut back in their golden days. Knights of the Old Republic, Mass Effect 1 and 2, I would say 3 as well, because I actually enjoyed 3, despite the ending fiascos that rolled around it. I didn't really understand that. I mean, I get the people were kind of pissed off that it all boiled down to like a 4 choice decision after all the endings were added through the DLC and whatnot. But I mean, sure, fine, I get that, but that's no reason to crap on the entire game. Just crap on the ending. The rest of the game was awesome. Okay, I do have one gripe with it, in that it makes sense because it's a product of the way that the game, it's the final game. You're fighting against the Reapers. If you do a lot of Renegade options, you're basically going to have a really crappy ending because you're not going to have enough war resources to fight the Reapers with. So that kind of locks you into doing more Paragon stuff on the large decisions. But on the smaller ones, you can do Renegade. Like, beating the crap out of Ron, for example. One thing I think they could have done better was to just, tell EA to go screw off with the multiplayer. So you will never be able to convince me that EA didn't put their thumb on the scale to have them create that stupid thing. If they had taken the money they spent on developing the multiplayer and then supporting the multiplayer after it all blew up in their face a bunch of times, they probably could have properly ended the game in a more in a better way, and maybe even done a little bit of cleanup on some of the issues as well. But that's... Oh, we didn't get an agitator, did we? We got, crap. True. We did not buy an agitator. That's nice. Well, then I guess we'll end the stream here. So I'm not going to do hand bending. I'm not going to do any hand bending. I'm done with that. So, thanks for watching the stream. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching on Twitch or YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube afterwards, comments, questions, you can leave them below. And let me know what your thoughts are on the whole Epic Store thing and on the whole EA thing as well. And there are two pretty serious events that are going on right now that could drastically impact gaming for a while. The Epic Store more so, but if BioWare goes under, then we're going to lose, some really awesome IPs to some EA screw frackery that didn't need to happen. And really, it just seems that like once these like namestay developers get bought up by these companies, the companies end up screwing them over. I mean, it's happened with Blizzard. Now it's happening to BioWare. Just it makes you question their decisions to sell the companies. But whatever. Let me know what you think about all that stuff, and see if we can get some actual discussions going on. But anyway, so the next stream will be on Tuesday, I think, when we have the scheduled streaming. Probably do work on OV then. If not, we'll do KSP streaming. And then for Chrono Cross, I'm still recording. I haven't been getting too much recording done, but I've been getting some done. I think I probably will be able to finish off the recording for it, for both endings. Probably by the end of next week, so I'll probably start uploading the week after. start uploading the parts. Again, when I start doing that, I'll be uploading 1 or 2 videos every day till I'm done, instead of on Thursdays. Then once that's done, then I'm gonna go on hiatus to work on the review series, which is like literally, I have one game out of all the 51 games we've done so far, walkthrough Let's Plays for so far done. So I got some catching up to do. Literally like 8 years worth of reviews to do. So once that's done, then we'll start back up doing the walkthrough Let's Play series. Still will be doing streaming and other maybe some other types of videos in the meantime, though. But that's gonna be it for this stream. So thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time.